Hi Sagittarius, this is Tara and welcome to your Psychic Tarot forecast for the month of October 2015. And I really appreciate your time this month. I'm again using the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck. And this deck is beautiful with wonderful cards and very meaningful as well. And I really appreciate all your subscribes, your likes, and your shares. And I also invite you to go to my website, www.themagicalmatrix.com. And if you put in your name and email address on the first page to the right, then I will send you a video, about a 9 or 10 minute video that I've done on how do you receive your third eye visuals, clairvoyance, and are you clairsentient? So the video is about that. Like I said, it's about 9 or 10 minutes, and I would love to see you subscribe. All right, so I'm intuitively going to pick 4 cards for your reading this month, and there's 2 or 3 that fell right out. So see, that's how it works with tarot, and really with any type of intuition. You just kind of go with what shows up, and there's the 4th one. So yay, we have your 4 cards spread for this month. And the first one that came out of your 4 card spread is really actually a beautiful card. It's the number 3, Rejoice in Celebration. So the emotion cards represent that, our emotions of the heart, how we feel. And this is really a wonderful card to start off the month of October with. And if I remember correctly, that you guys had a great spread, a very positive spread last month. Actually, I think of all the signs, you had the most positive spread. So I feel like you're going into October with a happy feeling, with some things that you're excited about, and this can be about business. It also feels like it's about family, and I'm also seeing like a playground where kids play. So it's bringing out your childlike qualities, and I know you guys, you're very playful anyway. Like I say, you're always good storytellers, and those of you who are writers as well, this will help you with your creativity. So to be that childlike. And when I look at this card, as you know, I read these straight on and then intuitively. When I look at this card, mostly what I get is this cup right here, her fingers right up there. If you can see, they're sort of like this, how she's holding the cup. And that's symbolic. There's a little bit of a message there. So it feels like while you're celebrating, you're not done celebrating. There's more to come. There's some expansion and creativity, because look at what's on top of the bowl here above where her fingers are pointing. It's yellow. So it's, can you see that? So it's very much about communicating to others, feeling happy, and being creative in this space, because I still feel like there's some more things to come. I'm also getting the visual of a rabbit, a beautiful white rabbit, which tells me, like a bunny rabbit, that tells me that, well, a couple things. It's very childlike and playful and innocent and vulnerable. And I think for some of you, this is a general reading, of course, but to stay in that place. And then also, okay, so could it mean around Easter that things, it could be. It feels like, I don't know when Easter is for next year, but it feels like around April-ish, I was going to say end of March or April-ish, that there's some really awesome creative projects and relationships that you're feeling pretty good about. Okay, that's a great way to start. Now this next card is interesting. This is a mental card. And mental cards represent our communication, our thoughts, our ideas, whether they are joyous or whether where are your thoughts coming from? You know, we do create our world with our thoughts. And so this card is deception and envy. Okay, and so interestingly enough, I don't think you're deceiving yourselves, but it's always good to observe so that you can feel what's going on in a situation. For most of you, I don't feel like this is a big deal as far as someone's trying to harm you, but I do feel like there are some secrets. And 7, the number 7 is about analyzing, research. If any of my clients have a life path of number 7, they're very much the analytical type, or they're in the holistic or medical fields, because they like to do that research, find out the mysteries of life, find out the mysteries. And this is a mysterious looking card. I feel like there are some secrets that maybe have been withheld from you. And like I said, I'm not getting that anyone's, of course, this is a general reading, but I feel like it can be communicated out. Maybe you can verbally talk to this person about what it is that's bothering you, because I kind of feel like this has been going on for a while, rather. It almost feels like a couple of years or something like that. It feels that long anyway. So it feels like you can communicate, straighten some things out with someone, and it would be better. The other thing I'm getting is the green in his shirt, how it scoops like that. So I know that you guys are very easy to get along with normally, and the green feels like, to me, you take some things to heart, even though sometimes you don't show it, or you do. But it feels like, don't get overwrought about anything, but do communicate your feelings and your thoughts, because it feels like it's time to do that with somebody, or you've been thinking about it for a while. Okay? And interesting, the third card is also an emotion card. Remember, your first card was. And this is emotional withdrawal. It's the number 8. Okay, so I want to breathe into that for a minute. As you can see, he's sitting on the beach. He has his hands in sort of like a meditative prayer-like state. And this feels like a real time of rest, rejuvenation, relaxation. Okay, so what does that mean for you guys? And it is coming in the 3rd placement of the cards. Interesting. For some reason, I feel like number 3 is important for you all today. So maybe around the 3rd week or so, that at beginning of the 3rd week especially, or the 15th, right at beginning, that you some rest and rejuvenation, and maybe that weekend that's around that time period, to really feel like, you know what, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, just to relax. And this could mean going on a trip. It could mean that, or it could mean really staying in your local area and doing something. Again, the interesting thing is with you guys this month, it's about emotionally feeling happy. It's about emotionally feeling happy. So take that rest, take that relaxation. Go to your local park, go to your local whatever it feels like. It doesn't feel like you have to go out of town, and rest, rejuvenate. It also feels like if you do that, we're talking about intuitive, that just having that quietness, that you will receive some intuitive hits. Some of you, I'm feeling like there is because I'm seeing a wedding band. So it feels like there's going to be a marriage in your family, or that you're part of the celebration. Here we go again. Or that you're part of the family, and that you are, the dinner the night before keeps getting my attention. The night before the reception is what I'm trying to say. But it does feel like that someone in your family, or someone that you know pretty well, or someone's friend is getting married, and that is possibly taking your mind off of this as well. So that would be good for you to do that towards the middle 3rd week of November. Okay. Of October. And so your last card of this 4-card spread is a major arcana card. And interesting, I love that this card came up. This is the Harmony card. And in traditional tarot, this is the same as the Lovers card. And the major arcana cards are themes that are playing out in our life. So, interesting that this Harmony or Lovers card, wow, that feels good after the beginning of the month rejoicing, and then, getting some issues communicated or straightened out, taking a rest and relaxation, and just feeling in harmony, in sync with love, actually. Is this about two people or about relationships? I feel like it is. I feel like you guys are, in the beginning, happy about business and what you're doing creatively. I also feel like there's some very, very loving, and this could be in regards to, that wedding as well, or something that's happening that involves that loving feeling. Maybe getting together with family or kids, again, whatever makes you feel good. So I'm going to intuitively look at this card and see what's up. Well, the main thing is between the man and the woman is the orange in between them. Okay, so that feels like, again, creativity. How can you make your relationships, well, there's all kinds of different words, sexy, fun, happy, enticing, joyful, playful. That's what it feels like, and creating harmony. The number 6, which is on the card, has to do with family, responsibility. It's about manifesting that as well. So I feel like this does have, for a lot of you, again, it's a general reading, but I do feel like for a lot of you it has to do with family, ties, family ties that are the bonds. Let's see. And then the other thing I'm getting is right below the green or the orange is this green that's really around him. And that feels like the heart chakra. There's some green radiating from them clasping their hands together. So that's very much a fourth chakra feeling of emanating that love. And when our chakras are balanced, that helps our chi, our ancient stuff. But it's very, when we come from our heart space, let's just say it this way, when we come from our heart space, we see things in a different perspective than always coming from the head, which is what was going on here. When we come from the heart space, then it's like we give ourselves and others permission for any mistakes or any interesting personality traits that they or you or anybody has. And it's, you come from the heart space, you see things totally different. And that's what it really feels like. It feels very loving, very sweet, very happy, very harmonious. And I love that it's your last card. Okay, Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me this month. I hope you have a loving, a creative, a happy, and prosperous month. And I'll see you next month.